Connect the lid of your pack. Can't believe it. All that trouble to attach it in so many different ways that he's just going to take it off.
Oh, you can take it off.
Okay, so
I didn't know it came off.
the lid of your pack we call the Alpine purse. That's the name of that thing. Kid you not. Okay. If you have a bag that has a zippered compartment, okay, that's to be honest is kind of it's just not a well-designed pack because it's hard to get things in there that fit perfectly, right? There's always a little space, and then you stuff something extra in there, and you kind of lose stuff. So what we found works best is zip that shut. Actually, before I zip it shut, you have a divider. Anybody have? Who else has a divider? Okay. It's not very efficient. So what I'm going to say is detach it. They made them detachable for a reason, okay? So just detach that from the inside of your pack.
No, I didn't. I didn't know how to do it.
And now you have a big tube. If you have a rental pack, you'll see that it's actually designed this way. In the side straps, I'm going to loosen up so that I can easily expand the bag. Okay? And you guys are going to see that when I pack as a climber, as a mountain climber, it's very different than if I were going hiking. If I were going hiking, I could have stuff dangling on the outside of my pack, but I don't. I'm very specific on how I pack for each trip. Okay? So I'm packing from here for Camp Muir. This is the day after tomorrow, okay? I'm going to take a trash bag, and I'm not going to do it today because you can shred this. But what I do is open the trash bag up and I line my whole backpack, right? So I line the whole backpack. You can just hang on to that. I'm not going to use it for the demo because I'll destroy it and you're going to unpack at the hotel room. So, sleeping bag. Yours or rental? No. Yours, great. Parka. And your parka. So the stuff sacks, the reason I was saying I don't use these is because you can compress a sleeping bag too much, right? So it's made out of, most of them are made out of down. This one is down. So if you compress it too much, you're going to break the fibers of the down, and it's not going to have as much love. You guys know that? Even synthetic bags, the same thing. If you compress them too much, you're going to break the insulation. So I actually go with a stuff sack like this that I can barely fit my parka and my sleeping bag in. Just a lightweight one, simple one. I just stuff it in there. You don't have to do it this way, but this is what I've learned. Because there's, I think, plenty of room in that stuff sack, I'm gonna leave that for maybe you can put your goggles in there if you want. Okay? Now, I'm going to stuff, oh yeah, tons of space in here. I'm going to stuff my sleeping bag and my down parka in one bag, right? Because I don't need this hiking up to Camp Muir. So this one's sealed. So I'm using my body weight to push down. I'm not fighting it with my arms. I push as much air out as I can, and then I can seal this bag. It's slightly bigger, not a ton, and I'm guessing that this will still fit over top. Again, I'm just trying to be simple and efficient, so I pack these together for the hike to Camp Muir. And again, I'm not cranking these down to where they're going to split the seams or break it, but I put some body weight into it, and when they're slack, I pull that out. That looks a little more like the bottom of the backpack, don't you think? Similar in size. Okay? So again, line in trash bag, sleeping bag, parka. I'm going to turn it sideways, go in to the bottom of the bag. Now if you guys look, you see how nice and tight that is? That fills the whole bottom of your bag, which is hard to sometimes fill up. If your sleeping bag, if you don't have enough room to put your parka in it, then what you're going to do is put your sleeping bag in there and then pack your parka around it loose. You don't want 27 stuff sacks. You got one giant trash bag, sleeping bag, parka, and again, if you can't put them in the same bag, no big deal. Sleeping bag and then stuff the parka around it. That makes sense, everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, next, I'm going to pack according to what I need for hiking from Paradise to Camp Muir. Okay, so where are your, let's go with this, where is your climbing pants? Yeah, so you're gonna hike in these to Muir.
Yep.
Okay, where's your base layer top? Okay, base layer top you can set right there. A pair of socks. Okay. Okay, the other one, so we'll just pretend that you're wearing them. And these are your boots. Maybe you're hiking in a, I don't know, maybe you're bringing that extra.
Discard.
Oh, discard,
Yep.
okay. All right. So separate what you're going to be wearing, your gaiters. That's really it. Okay, so now let's go with your harness.
Paying attention.
I don't need that hiking to Camp Muir. Let's go with your avalanche beacon. Okay, don't need that hiking to Camp Muir. Mittens and your big gloves. Okay. So these are going to go in here as well. Let's think about what else do we not need hiking to Camp Muir, team. Cup, bowl, and spoon. Okay. The spoon is one of those things that can get broken or lost easily. So again, things that are of value, they go in my alpine first there. Cup, bowl, and spoon, doesn't matter. Jam that in there. Let's go with our
Food.
let's go with food next. Okay, this isn't everything, but you're going to get some more. If I had my lunch food for the day, I would take out a couple of snacks. Again, 5 or 6. Put those in the lid of your pack for the hike to Camp Muir. I'm going to just make sure get all the air out of this. Okay. I don't need that hiking to Camp Muir. Now, Gore-Tex jacket. And when we travel with our jacket in our backpack, leave it unzipped. So when you pull it out, you can put it on. You don't zip it up or roll it or fold it. I'm going to stuff this down the side of the pack, and I'm going to leave a little piece of fabric just sticking up so I can easily grab it if I need my Gore-Tex jacket, right? See how it's right there? You easily see that?
Look, you grab
For
it?
what? No, this is, you don't need it going to Camp Muir.
Baby, can you grab it?
I told her she doesn't
I'm gonna get my
actually
jacket.
unpack.
All right.
She needs her sleeping
Yeah,
bag
yeah.
pants.
Well, and she has to line it with a trash bag. Okay, Gore-Tex pants. Okay, so you're going to rent some, and they're very similar to this. Actually, let me see your pants, please.
I have these.
No, I want to use this because I want to use this as the demo. So for your pants, what I want you to do is leave them. Actually, yeah, give me your pants because that way she can just carry them back that way. What I'm going to do, you guys, is have you unzip from the ankle, unzip this up towards the hip. Right? So just like the jacket's unzipped, so are the pants. Unbuckle. So when you need to put them on, you just pull them out and they're ready to put on your legs. You don't have to mess with the zippers. I unbuckle the waist. They're like this. That's how they are in my pack. So as soon as I pull them out, all I got to do is get into it, right? Because why else would I have them zipped or buckled or anything? It's just inefficient. So then this pair, again, I'm jamming this down the side of the pack. Okay, so it's out of the way, but it's accessible because it's on one side. So you'll have a lot of space. Okay, so now let's go layer number 3. Okay, so layer number 3. Again, just leave that unzipped. I'm gonna just stuff this down in there so it's easily accessible if I need it. Layer number 2. Oh, I meant to give me your socks as well. So socks, and long underwear, yes. I would have put this closer to the food. Does that make sense? So actually I'll pull this fleece out, and then the socks and long underwear go underneath because I don't need those en route. And then layer 1 and 2 are near the top, and again, they're accessible. Everybody go with that? Okay. So now let's go water bottles. Okay. So I'm going to put these inside the pack. What do you think could happen to them on the outside? Freeze. What else? Popped out or something, right? So you may lose a water bottle. So hiking them here, it's not a big deal if they're on the outside. But I like people to practice for the climb. When we're mountain climbing, that stuff travels in the pack. How much does this weigh if it's full? Does anybody know?
2.5 pounds.
Yeah, so over 2 pounds. If I threw this at you as hard as I could, it would hurt you, right? Yeah. If this pops out of the pack and tumbles down the mountain, those big steep slopes, and hits somebody, it could hurt them, right? So we kind of want to avoid losing our water, or 2, possibly injuring someone else. So I'm going to keep that in my backpack. Now I'm going to pull those out at the breaks. Okay. All right. So back to my alpine purse, I'm going to carry my camera. That's valuable. My headlamp's in there. My sunglasses are in there. My toiletries, sunscreen, any drugs in here as well. Your goggles, your hat, your light gloves, your sunglasses. I already threw them in there. You guys see that? So that's kind of all the essentials. It's not filled up. But again, you put your snack food for a day in here. So we have this and this and that, right?
She has a bowl cap.
Yeah, put that down in there. The bowl, cup, and spoon is in here.
No, the bowl cap.
Oh, yes. Are you gonna go with this one?
Probably not.
Yeah. If you go with the ball cap, that's fine. Okay.
I suppose you would put the buff here too.
Yes. Where's your buff? Do you have a buff?
Buy one.
Let's borrow your buff.
I have the steamer.
There you go. Okay. So buff's in there as well, right? These are kind of all the things you may be using. I'm just gonna put this inside my bag.
Huh.
Okay. So you have a strap here that enables you to do a couple of different things. One, you can clip this internally if you want, which is kind of nice. So it's attached. But so if you don't, sometimes there's a strap.
There's one inside, right? The red one? The red one?
Why would they have that there? Sometimes there's one that comes out. It doesn't matter. It's okay if you don't have it. Sometimes what I can do is cinch the top down, but if you don't have it, what I'll do is simply pull that tight, and then this string, because the wind will make it flap, I'll just stuff it down in my pack. Okay. So now I've lowered my pack. How many times have you hit your head, right? And I don't need to because it's all inside here. I need to attach an ice axe, and I need to attach some crampons. Okay. So ice axe for this pack here is going to be through this loop. I'm going to slide it down, and then it flips up. When a pack is like this, I might actually twist it once. Notice that the pick is pointing in, not out of the pack. Okay, that's less likely to injure somebody. This particular pack has a very simple system. You're going to simply pass one end of this bungee cord through the other, and then you're going to cinch it tight. See that? That kind of keeps it from swinging around and injuring anyone. With these crampons, the way they pack them for rentals is much different than how we actually want to keep them on our pack. Take them apart. So you have, this is for the toe, this is for your heel. So the toe bails, what that's called, and the heel bail, I collapse down and then inward. That one like that. Take the other one, do the same thing, collapse it. I'm going to put these opposite direction of one another, with the sharp points, these tines, together. And I'm going to simply wrap it this way. I don't need to do anything special here, but you see where all those sharp points are now? Okay. You can put them in a couple of different places. This pack is nice because it has a lot of options for me to attach it. So I'm actually going to put it here, and then I'm going to take these straps and I'm going to crisscross them. And notice that I'm going to push down and tighten it. Okay? Not just pulling tight, I'm going to push down to compress it a little bit. So now, when I go to move the crampons, the whole pack is moving, right? They're not loose, they're not swinging around, they're not going to damage anyone or myself. Okay, so that's ideal. If that doesn't fit, if you have this system, right, then you could put them here if you wanted. Does that make sense? Yeah? Everybody still with me?
Yep.
So she has a pack here that actually has a couple of neat things. One, this one actually has a compartment that's built for a helmet. That's what that little compartment in there is built for.
Sweet.
That's kind of nice. Most packs don't have that technology. If your pack doesn't have that, then here's what you can do. So you have these, just about every pack has these side straps. So what you're going to do is run the side strap through the ear, one ear. And you're going to take the other side strap, run it through the other ear. Everybody following me?
Yep.
So I'm kind of creating the same exact system. And now I want to keep that from flopping around and making a mess. So now that's pretty secure there. Okay? Ski poles will be in your hands. So here's the majority of your pack without water. It's got the water bottles, but it's not filled. Okay? So this pack's a little small for me, but when we're climbing, when we're hiking along on the trail, moving nice and slow, when we get to a break, we're going to stop. We're going to take our packs off, set them down. I'm going to take out the lid, which is why I flipped it so I can drop it because I'm not going to lose it. I take out a water bottle for that break. I'm going to set my pack down, and now I have a seat. Okay? Now I can eat because I have food, water, sunscreen, camera, gloves, hat. All of it's right here. So very simple, very efficient. When I'm done with that break, all I have to do is put my water bottle back in, stuff my lid back in. Now, there's no buckles really to deal with. So again,
Where do you stick the trash bag in? Before...
the trash bag is lined, you put it
Up to the
inside.
top?
Yeah, all the way to roll it over like I did that top. Put everything in the trash bag. Does that make sense to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, you don't like
No,
close it
as
before.
long as the majority of it is covered by the plastic. And really, I'm more worried about sitting it in the snow. Okay? So again, I'm gonna stuff that in there just so it doesn't whip me in the face. One additional thing you guys are gonna do is bring a pair of tennis shoes. Even shoes like that are fine to Camp Muir. Don't bring hiking boots, and don't bring flip-flops. You can go with any tennis shoes, any shoe that anybody's wearing will be fine. That way when you get to Camp Muir, you can take your boots off and walk around in the rocks without injuring your feet or barefoot. You don't want to do that. So you can attach your tennis shoes, or what we will most likely do is, if you have this set up, what I'm going to do is, we won't do this tomorrow. The day after tomorrow we'll do this. The day we hike to Camp Muir, you may walk the first hour in your tennis shoes and carry your boots on your pack.
Would a pair of just like literally just tennis shoes, like what you run in, I mean, be fine just for the first leg?
Yeah,
Or do you need like actual?
No, any shoe. Any shoe.
Do we need it because it adds more weight?
Yes, you're gonna, like that shoe. How much weight is it? Not too much. When you're at Muir, if you're going to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you don't want to put your boots on. Bring that with you. Yeah. It weighs nothing. So the first hour that we walk, if you don't want to hike in your boots, you can walk in tennis shoes. I'm going to walk for the first hour in tennis shoes, and then I'll put my boots on to first break for hiking to Muir.
No.
Okay. So here's all your stuff. All
You
your
can't
stuff.
fit everything inside like that? Can you have like the top pouch on the top?
Yeah, you bet. So I do that because it's not full. You have a smaller pack. As long as you can get everything in there, that's fine. Okay? Not too heavy.
And then if you put the crampons inside, that's no big deal.
Nope. You can go inside if you want. Your pack has a...
Should have brought my running shoes.
You should be able to get everything. I could get everything in
You didn't
there.
bring anything?
No, I just brought these.